I'm here with the founder of TNA Wrestling, Jeff Jarrett, and the executive investor, Mick Foley. Gentlemen, a rough night this past Sunday, a turning point for certain members of the TNA roster. The main event Mafia decisively winning all of their matches at the pay-per-view event. And now we've got a locker room full of guys with their head down. A little depression setting in around here, it sounds like. Any words of advice from the two of you?
You know, JB, if you stay in this business long enough, we all win and lose our share of matches. But a true professional knows it's not how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you get yourself up. So the young guys, all they got to do tonight is get up, shake it off, and get back in the game tonight.
Mick?
You know, Jeff, given their state of mind, I'm not sure that what you have to say is going to sink through. I think somebody needs to go out there and address them personally and offer them a little message of hope.
What, you got Obama on speed dial or something, Mick? What do you got planned here?
You know, sometimes, JB, I think you're indicative of what the problem here in TNA is. I was embarrassed on Sunday night. Embarrassed for myself and embarrassed for the TNA originals. Because sometimes guys don't know when it's right to be serious and when to joke around. Take Alex Shelley. All the talent in the world, but he's so concerned with the shape of my ass that he forgets to win his match. So no, make no mistake, JB, I'll be out there delivering the message, and I am not in the mood to joke around. Got it?
Get him, Mick. Good.
As many of you no doubt saw, or many others may have heard, it was not exactly a stellar night on Sunday, a turning point for many of the TNA originals. So I would like to call out several of those individuals to come out here in the ring so I can have a word with them. So can I see, in no particular order, AJ Styles,
this is where the experience of a Mick Foley could really make a difference.
They need some kind of direction, Mike, today, and I think Mick Foley's someone to give it to them.
Mo and Joe, the Motor City Machine Guns, Eric Young, Petey Williams, Black Machismo, and Consequences Creed.
The executive shareholder of TNA, Mick Foley, is just the kind of individual that can lend the experience that he has had in his many years professional wrestling ring to this group, this TNA Originals faction.
Well, one thing we noticed was that they didn't have the unity that the main event Mafia had. That's one thing you got to say about it. They were cohesive, they were together, they had a game plan, and they weren't going to be defeated. These guys seem to lack a little bit of direction, and they need some guidance. And let's see if Mick Foley here can get these guys set on the right path.
We're coming out here. You know, I said a little bit earlier I was embarrassed or humiliated, not by your efforts. I mean, that was second to none. The truth is, if it was all about heart and all about talent and all about desire, every one of you would be a champion. AJ, you'd be the TNA heavyweight champion. The Guns would be tag team champions. But the truth is, you don't win a World Series with 4 strikeouts. You don't win a Super Bowl with 4 interceptions. And you don't win respect with 4 losses at Turning Point. So we need to step up to the plate. Are you playing with a booger? Are you, honestly, are you, no, have we got a problem here? Is the shape and size of my more important to you than the loss you suffered against Beer Money? No. You need to look at me and you need to understand the power of words. Do you understand me? You need to understand the power of words, like in, take the word in. 2 letters, 1 vowel, 1 consonant. But it can mean so much, because I'll tell you the truth. Look at me. Look at me! You are a valuable piece of talent here at TNA. You, however, are not invaluable. You reading me? I will deal with you next week, and that's a promise. AJ, all of you guys need to understand the power of words. Right? Maybe nobody better than Joe. It turns out Kevin Nash wasn't just talking when he said he was the smartest man in wrestling. Because Joe, you beat big sexy from pillar to post. But he got the victory. Next time, no more mental mistakes. AJ, speaking of mental mistakes, hey, Sting talked more than anybody about respect. I said, hey, you're the president-elect, and the new generation of wrestlers just got to go out there and take the oath of office. Didn't happen. But you know what? It's a new day. There are always new opportunities. But what you need to do, all of you, is learn from your mistakes, because if you don't learn, then I guarantee you the main event Mafia will strike you out every single time. But it's a new dawn. It's a new horizon, and I believe in second chances. Eric, you earned a shot at Sheikh Abdul Bashir. You earned that shot to face him for the X Division Championship. How would you like to take advantage of that opportunity tonight? Yeah. AJ, little mental mistake doesn't change the fact that you are one of the most talented, dedicated people I've ever seen in the ring. Joe, this is in writing. It's in writing. In a book I published for another wrestling company. I said you were the most convincing badass in the business. You're going to get a chance to show me that tonight. Because you and AJ are teaming up for the title when you take on Beer Money tonight on Impact. And who thinks we ought to have a TNA heavyweight championship match in our hands tonight? Black Machismo, you want to step up to the plate? Ooh, yeah! Yeah! All of us are going to have the opportunity to take a few more swings. All of us get to step up to the plate. And all I ask you, Creed, Petey, Eric, AJ, Joe, Black Machismo, when you step up to the plate, how about tonight we hit it out of the park?
What an opportunity for the TNA original. Executive shareholder Mick Foley just making the announcement. No less than 3 championship matchups tonight.
Motor City Machine Guns. Turning Point was not so good for the TNA originals this past Sunday night. How do you guys plan to turn that around tonight?
Well, with wins there's going to be losses. That's inevitable. I think of our group as kind of like a snake. You have 2 parts. You have a head and you have a tail. And at the head, you have AJ Styles and Samoa Joe, and at the tail, you have everybody else. How they got to the front of the lines, I have no idea, because last time I checked, this was in communist Russia. This was the good old US&A, huh? Mm-hmm. Red, white, and true. You pick up what I'm laying down? As far as I'm concerned, kind of like they say in England with their rhyme and Cockney slang, we can read and write our own battles. We have Rolls Royces of our own. Tell me what that says on that shirt right there.
Made in Detroit.
Made in Detroit. It says made in Detroit. And the 1967 riots ripped that city to shreds. So if you go there now, there's nothing left but what appears to be haunted houses. As far as I'm concerned, though, we're the Ghostbusters in that town. We're the toughest, we're the strongest, we're the fastest, we're the most handsome. And furthermore, I think we should be at the front of the line.
Absolutely. You know, AJ and Joe, you two want to be at the head of the class so bad. You want to prove yourselves. Well, you know what? fine, go for it. Take our lead. But get things done how we do it in Detroit, by any means necessary.
All my years, I've never seen a referee react like this. Big right hand sends him to E1. Death Valley driver.
1, 2, we got a new X-Division champion.
And new TNA X Division champion, Showtime, Eric Young.
The decision by Mick Foley is huge, giving the TNA Originals the title shots. Think about this. The momentum immediately goes to the Originals. And here they come for the celebration.
Well, what a great way to start as you see St. Jules referee Earl Hebner trying to calm him down. As St. Jules just got so angry with Bashir. But I like this. Even Joe and AJ Styles are coming down because they know what this means. This is gold in their camp. And this is a great foundation to start building on.
Eric Young, congratulations on capturing your first ever TNA X Division title. A huge win for not only you, but also for all of you.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Hold on, guys. Hold on. I want to dedicate this win tonight to Mick Foley.
Yeah!
Mick. Hey, guys, hey, Mick opened her eyes. And tonight, and from here on out, it's our time to shine. That's right, guys. That's right. Hey, 6 years ago, it started as a dream, but tonight, it becomes a reality. Guys, reality.
It's so real.
Hey, guys, 1 down, 2 to go.
2 to go. World champion, baby.
Here in the locker room of the main event Mafia, Kurt Angle, I got to ask you, it seems as though Eric Young and his allies had a bit of a roll tonight, a big victory for those guys, and Eric Young certainly, and company, look to be on a roll.
On a roll?
Yeah.
Who did Eric Young beat?
He didn't beat anybody in the main event Mafia, did he? Did you see us at Turning Point? We were undefeated, 4-0. We dominated. And tonight, the domination continues. And after that, the party continues. Tonight, Christian Cage becomes a made man. Whoa. What are you doing here?
Whoa, hold up, man. What the hell you doing in there, man? Look, get your punk ass out of here.
Look, I got it. Hey, this is the wrong time, wrong place, Petey. You want to talk to me in private? We could do it after my match. But you need to get the hell out of here. You're in the wrong locker room.
You heard it?
Out, buddy.
Bounce!
Get out.
Bounce!
I'll talk to you after the match.
The hell is going on around here?
I am here with the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, the Icon Sting. And in just a few moments, Sting, you're going to be defending your World Heavyweight Championship against a very confident Black Machismo Jay Lethal. We heard his words earlier. Obviously, that side of the locker room feels like there's a little bit of momentum right now in their court.
Yeah, no, I know, JB. I've heard it all before. You know, it was Samoa Joe's night at Bound for Glory. It was AJ's night at Turning Point. And what Lethal and his cohorts do not understand is they are their own worst enemy. I promise you, once they get a few chinks in the armor, once they take a look at all the losses that are piling up in their camp over there, I promise you the fingers are going to start to point. Not only do they not respect us, they don't respect each other. That's the difference between men and boys. That's the difference between us and them.
You can sense it and feel it in every shot that they give.
Boy, they have their game faces on tonight. Double team on Rude, and both AJ and Joe take it right down to the mat. Storm comes in to try and help his partner out, gets a headbutt for his troubles, and now he gets sent to the double team ride and double team takeover.
I mean, it's like these guys have been teaming for years. Look at the clothesline as Rude goes on the ring at AJ. I mean, he sent Big Storm not only out, but into the guardrail as he took a wicked fall. And AJ Styles and Samoa Joe in total control.
Boy, no question about that. And you can just feel it here tonight. Wait a minute, here comes 3D. Challengers are in control. We're going to get Brother Ray and Brother Steve onto the table when we return to Impact.
And the Storm, he doesn't know where Joe is. We're looking for him. He's found him, McKinney tagging.
Look at Joe. Joe wants in the worst way. And here he comes.
Here we go. Samoa Joe with those quick shots. Storm and Rude both totally taken down and on the defensive. Here goes Rude for the right arm. Joe got him with the kick.
Joe's cleaning house. Joe's on fire. He's a house of fire.
just taking that frustration of not getting tagged in right now on both members of Beerman. Look at those headbutts, and now he's got him up.
Powers him down to the mat. Samoa Joe throwing everything at Beer Money in an effort to get the Originals the tag team titles, and AJ goes airborne. Slingshot crossbody block.
Hell, Samoa Joe and AJ Styles, the future of singles wrestling, they could be the future of tag team wrestling right now.
What a snap slam.
Here we go.
1, 2, not enough.
So close. So close to having new TNA tag team champions. And what would this mean to the TNA Originals? Eric Young winning the X Division title earlier tonight. This would really get that confidence level back up for the young guns. I saw Jacqueline outside with James Storm, and there goes AJ into the guardrail.
Robert Roode took a shortcut himself, right in the eyes of Samoa Joe. Joe trying to get it back, but he just caught that elbow by Robert Roode. Oh, what a kick! How did he get that high for a big man?
Muscle Buster! Muscle Buster! Muscle Buster!
Wait a minute. And now 3D tosses down the headsets, and before Joe can hit the Muscle Buster, you see Storm's lining him up for the last call. They're going to pull Jacqueline down off the ring. We talked about the problems they've had with Beer Money, and Brother Ray just spit the beer right in James Storm's eyes.
I tell you what, though, it was payback for 3D. They waited for the opportunity. They've been taken that way by Beer Money so many times. This time they cost Beer Money the win.
Good God, all hell is broken loose here. Referee Earl Hebner has thrown this match out, calling for the bell.
Team 3D just taking over. Look at Joe staring up at him. AJ, they don't feel they were down and out. But one thing about it, this whole thing has cost Samoa Joe and AJ Styles the tag team gold because Beer Money will keep the belt.
Yeah, I'm not sure that AJ and Joe.
In an effort to show our appreciation and condolences to Christian Cage, tonight, the Main Event Mafia is prepared to give him a proper burial.
That the Main Event Mafia is efforting to show both their appreciation and condolences to the Instant Classic by giving him a quote-unquote proper burial. And as the only all-world heavyweight champion faction in wrestling history arrives, they're still basking in the glow of the 4-0 sweep at Turning Point that included Booker over Christian Cage. The agreement forced Cage to join the Main Event Mafia, but after they found out he wasn't showing a commitment, their ceremony took a different turn than we anticipated.
Christian Cage tried to defend himself, but the Main Event Mafia was just too much. As you see that suplex by Scott Steiner, the axe kick by Booker T, the jackknife powerbomb by Kevin Nash, and then that ankle slam. They just left Christian Cage lying lifelessly on the mat.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Main Event Mafia, the greatest group of champions ever to assemble as one, are here tonight to give Christian Cage his final and proper burial. Unfortunately, last week on Impact, Christian Cage refused to make the commitment not only to the Main Event Mafia, but also to TNA as a company. Therefore, we had no other choice but to beat Christian from within an inch of his life and send him back to the WWE in an ambulance. But let the demise of Christian Cage be a warning to anyone in the back that is looking to cross the Main Event Mafia. Now, as I focus and look forward to my match against Jeff Jarrett, Final Resolution, is there anyone here tonight that would like to say any final words to the departed Christian Cage?
Well, Kurt Angle and company offer up the opportunity for anyone in the TNA locker room to say final words about Christian Cage. And judging by the reactions, the Main Event Mafia both surprised and none too happy that the War Machine Rhino is about to take them up on their offer he wants to talk about the Instant Classic.
You know what? I've got something to say. Then say it. If any one of you had a problem with the decision that Christian Cage made about leaving TNA, then you should have taken it up with him in the back. Man to man, face to face, one-on-one. See, what I have a problem with is when you jump my friend and leave him for dead. That's something I won't stand for.
Hey, Rhino. I don't think there's one of us standing out here right now that gives a damn what you will or will not stand for.
That's bull, Kevin. I'm a veteran, and damn it, you respect me.
We will show respect to those that show respect to us, and respect to this company. Christian Cage did neither, so that's what happened to him.
You know what? I've dealt with people like you, and you guys are a bunch of egomaniacs. Yeah, I said it. The thing is, this had nothing to do with disrespect or TNA. And when I stand here and I look in that ring, I look at a bunch of guys that are afraid to lose their spot and their fat contracts. I look at the guys in the ring and I realize that they're afraid. They're afraid to lose their job to a younger generation, and a younger generation that I feel and the fans feel are a whole hell of a lot better than you guys. And when I look in that ring, I see a bunch of from you, Kurt Angle, to you, Booker T, and Booker T in my book, you're the biggest of them all.
Look at you, man. Look around you. Come out here talking a lot of crap from up there. Poop put, poke. Let me tell you something, Rhino. You got the balls the size of my little chihuahua. If you got any balls, run down here and say that to the Mafia's face. Don't do it up there. Run down here and do it in front of all these people.
Whoa, here he comes. The words, the actions of the Main Event Mafia have lit a fire under Rhino.
Well, he's never run from a fight in his life, and look at the odds against him. He doesn't care, but you can see the beatdown is going to happen. There's just too much firepower in that ring.
And the beatdown, it's exactly like what we witnessed last week with the Main Event Mafia and Christian Cage.
Whoa! He just crushed him with that Legends belt and just leveled him. Let's see that again if we can. Look at this. Oh my God, he just nails the side of Rhino's head.
Oh, what a vicious, what a violent shot by Booker T. And now Kurt Angle, as you can see, Rhino's been split wide open, and Angle just continues to punch after punch right into the open wound.
And you can just hear those fists hitting that flesh, and you can see the blood flowing and the eyes just losing their glaze. And oh man, look at Mick Foley and Jeff Jarrett looking on. They've got to be disappointed at what they're seeing.
And now the Main Event Mafia roll a bloodied, battered, and beaten War Machine Rhino into the casket, and they close the lid.
And you just hate to see that happen to the War Machine, a man who stood up for his friend, a man who stood up for his convictions. But in the end, the Main Event Mafia get the last word.
Let's get the reaction from executive shareholder Mick Foley and TNA founder Jeff Jarrett. Take it, JB.
I don't know, Jeff. This thing's getting out of hand. Look at those guys. I mean, I was there with DX. You were around with NWO, but I've never seen anything quite like this. Hey, and when did you decide to accept Kurt's challenge?
I'm not, Mick. Kurt Angle doesn't call any of the shots around here, not even one. I don't give a damn who's backing him. You didn't come on board for this. You came on board to help TNA grow, not put up with this crap. Tonight, Mick, I want you to go out there and I want you to name and talk about the main event at Final Resolution, just like we discussed. And I don't give a damn what Kurt Angle has to say about it. We're taking our...
AJ Styles. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I'm sure this is not what you were expecting when you were one of the first talents to sign with TNA 6 years ago. It seems like the Main Event Mafia is in complete control of TNA.
That's the way it appears, doesn't it? All right. Hey, good luck, guys. Do your thing. You can do this. Are you serious?
Then it says hull or a boat, you know? Like I can live in either one of those.
Targets. Yeah. Sorry we're a little late, guys, but by the time we watch the second season of Dexter and finished a couple missions of Grand Theft Auto, we were probably 15.
Whoa. What's your problem, man? What's so funny, Alex? What's the big joke? Because last time I checked, we were at war, and every time I turn around, you cats are AWOL.
Hey, CYP there, alpha male. It's called humor, a joke. Ever heard of it?
We're not joking anymore. What's wrong with you guys, huh? Ever since we united, there's been some issues. There's been problems. Well, let's just get it out in there, man. You know, why don't we go to the ring and take care of this the old-fashioned way? Get it all out of our systems. Not this, but in the ring. How about that?
You hear this guy?
Yeah,
you hear this guy making
matches?
Making matches. Are you so far up Foley's that you think you have some stroke around here?
Oh, you think so?
Hey, hold on. AJ, Joe, Alex is right.
Hey.
Arrogant? Yeah. Disrespectful? Definitely. A little too concerned with my absolutely, but correct nonetheless. You see, you guys do not have the authority to make matches here in TNA.
That's right. That's right.
But I do. So tonight, this is how it's going to go. It's going to be AJ and Joe in a little tag team contest right here on Impact tonight against my favorite tag team, the Motor City Machine Guns.
So is that how you're going to deal with me this week, Mick?
No, Alex. To paraphrase Olympic patriot Nathan Hale, I have not yet begun to deal with you.
At least for his favorite tag team.
So how about this? Get dressed.
Asked for this airtime tonight because you want to, and I understand, want to help Mick Foley with the main event of Final Resolution? Is that
That's right, JB. You got it, man. But first, I have a few words for me and Big Kev's opponents tonight. Abyss, Matt Morgan, boys, wrong place, wrong time. The family is dominating, and the domination will continue tonight. But I have two main events for Mick Foley. Two main events. Offers that Mick Foley cannot refuse. The first main event for Final Resolution will be, obviously, me kicking Jeff Jarrett all over the arena. Now, the other main event is a very special match. You see, there's a tag match tonight. Samoa Joe and AJ Styles against the Motor City Machine Guns. Now, the winner of that match, whoever it may be, they get to pick two partners of their choosing. And those four guys will have the opportunity to get in the ring with some of the greatest wrestlers of all time. That's right. The TNA World Heavyweight Champion Sting, the Legends Champion Booker T, Big Sexy Kevin Nash, and Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner in an 8-man tag match, main event at Final Resolution. Boys, this is your chance to step up. And who knows? Maybe we'll make you, just like we did Christian Cage and Rhino.
Down.
Look out!
This is what the Guns do so well.
Cradle shock, no! Quick move there by AJ, sends Saban directly into his own partner, Shelley.
Pele catches the side of Chris Saban's head. He's wobbly, and Joe just turns him inside out.
Decapitation clothesline by Joe. Here comes the Styles Clash by AJ.
Bam! Can he roll him over?
Here it is. Count 1, 2, got him. What a competitive battle between these four members of the TNA Originals, and tonight here on Impact, it's the leaders who prevail. AJ Styles and Samoa Joe get the win.
Oh, here we see Kurt Angle, Booker T, Kevin Nash coming out.
I don't think they see him.
No, they're all right behind him, and there it is. They blindside him as Booker T, Kevin Nash, and Kurt Angle all dressed for action later tonight, going right at these guys.
And this is what we have grown to expect from the main event Mafia when it comes to a beatdown, the total domination of this group as we see Joe taken up, and there's the Angle Slam.
Well, that's their way. They want to diffuse this situation. They could see some kind of unity as you see that jackknife powerbomb on AJ. They want to stop this before it can get anything bigger, and they go right after Joe and AJ.
TNA World Heavyweight Champion Sting looks on from ringside as we see Booker with the axe kick on Samoa Joe.
So familiar what we saw with Christian Cage last week. It's Creed and Jay Lethal trying to come out to help, but it might be just too little too late as you see Joe and AJ just lying prone on that mat.
I mean, you have to give Consequences Creed and Jay Lethal credit for coming out and helping the other TNA Originals. But my God, what a beatdown this is. And now here comes, jackknife powerbomb on Black Machismo by Kevin Nash.
And as Sting looks on, he watches the other 4 members of the main event Mafia just destroy these young lions, and they're doing it systematically. They always work it to where the numbers are in their favor.
Punctuated with an exclamation point as Kurt Angle hits the Angle Slam on Consequences Creed. Look at the bodies laid out all over the impact zone.
I mean, think about all the good that could have been done for these young lions on Joe and AJ. Oh, now look at the ankle lock applied to Jay Lethal. All the pressure. Oh, this is just hard to watch. It's just total destruction by the main event Mafia.
And check out this overhead shot. It shows the total domination, the total destruction from the main event Mafia, as well as the carnage of the TNA Originals.
Styles, Samoa Joe. I don't even. Oh my God! What? Oh my God!
Shut up! Not another word! What are you guys, a bunch of Rhino? Shut up, Creed! Shut up! Don't you think I haven't fought the same fight you're trying to fight? Don't you think I haven't been through wars? Look at my body riddled with scars. That should remind you my past wars are real. Damn it, I fought with men, with soldiers, to build a little company called ECW. And I don't care if it's now. That's not my concern. My concern is this company. My concern is each and every one of you. That's my concern. AJ, you've been here since day one. You know what it's like to fight. You know what it's like to be a warrior. You've crawled to the top, and damn it, you've been a champion. And you can be a champion again. Joe! Damn it, Joe! You know what it's like to wrestle your heart out, to bleed in front of 100 people. You, of all people, know what it's like to crawl to that top, to inch by inch, every drop of blood for what? Your family. To be a champion, to be proud. Do you know what it's like to be proud when you fight with men? Bleed with men that are willing to fight, that are willing to die for what you believe in. Do you know what it's like? That's the question you gotta ask yourself. And another question, you have a choice to stand up and be men. And if you are willing to go out there and fight with me, damn it, I'll fight to the end. I'll bleed with each and every single one of you. And until I drop that last drop of blood out of my body, I will not let you down. And that's a choice, damn it, you guys will eventually have to make. That's the choice.
Yes, my brother. Main Event Mafia. Question. How can you call yourself the greatest faction of world champions that's ever lived when you don't have the greatest tag team that's ever lived by your side? 20-time World Tag Team Champions, and the last time I checked, that's more world titles than any of you have ever won. You know how to find us.
It was last week after the main event Mafia bloodied and buried Rhino, where the War Machine took his plea to the TNA Originals to stand up and become men and also to fight next to Rhino. Mick Foley announcing Kurt Angle to meet Rhino at Final Resolution. Jeff Jarrett made Angle an offer he can't refuse. If Kurt wins, Angle gets his rematch with the founder of TNA. But if Rhino wins, Angle's TNA contract null and void. Also, who will AJ Styles and Samoa Joe select as their tag team partners in the big 8-man tag match against the main event Mafia? Remember, Sting's TNA World Heavyweight Championship will be at stake in the 8-man match at Final Resolution.
You know, I came out here, and I hope you guys don't mind, but I took the liberty of naming our group TNA Frontline. Because see, when you're a soldier, you want to be on that front line. Why? Because when you fight for something you believe in, you will do anything to succeed. You will bleed. You will sweat. And even when you think you cannot go anymore, you pick up and you go and you move forward. I've been through battles before. Over a decade ago, I bled with men in that ring, and we built a company. And that company is something we believed in, and we fought and built, and the people respected us for it. See, I'm willing to go to war with you guys and girl. And I'm willing to fight for a company that I believe in. A company that I'll fight with you and die right here in this ring. Because I believe in it, just like the fans believe in it. I'm asking you a question. Do you believe in us? Will you go to war with us? I don't think you heard me. I said move up. This is what I'm talking about, boys. This is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people. They believe in us. We believe in them, and we will fight. We will fight. Let's get back to business. At Final Resolution, I will take out Kurt Angle, and I will rid him from TNA. AJ, Joe, it's up to you two to take out the rest of the main event Mafia. See, but you need partners. And no offense to any of you guys in the ring, but I don't think you guys have the experience. You're almost there. Tonight, we're going to add more members to Frontline. Tonight, we will grow. And tonight, we will become an army, not just a force.
Well, I wonder who Rhino has in mind to join the TNA Frontline. And can you imagine how the main event Mafia could be affected at Final Resolution? Not only Sting's World Heavyweight Championship on the line with AJ Styles, potentially the new world champion, but how would they react if Kurt Angle, the man who brought them together originally, was out of TNA for good?
Are you that delusional, Rhino? Not only are you not going to beat me at Final Resolution, but I will destroy you just so I can get my hands on Jeff Jarrett at Genesis. Who are you trying to recruit? Who? Who are these guys? What do you call yourselves, the front line? Is that what I heard? I heard the front line likes it in the back door. You see, who are you trying to recruit? Who? Because anybody with half a brain is standing up here. Everybody loves the Main Event Mafia. Everybody. These fans know it. These fans love the Main Event Mafia. They love the Main Event Mafia so much that they want to live their pathetic lives through us just to be like us. But they cannot be like us, and neither can you. Now, Rhino, don't let the last 15 years of your life, what you built, don't make your decision on that tonight. Don't let that be destroyed. The last 15 years of your life, you're going to destroy it. Tell me you're not as stupid as you look. I will give you 3 seconds to rethink this. If not, tonight, you will end up in a body bag with your cronies. 1, 2.
All right. You want my answer? Well, here it is, Kurt. You can kiss my... A war is what you want. A war is what you've got. And at Final Resolution, I will rip you in half with a gore.
Rhino gets in the last word. Who does he have in mind to join the TNA frontline? Heated words from Kurt Angle of the War Machine. Rhino set to compete tonight in the Turkey Bowl, the first of 3 qualifiers when we return to Impact.
Kidding me?
No.
How can we trust them? This is a joke, right? I mean,
No, it's not a joke. If I can trust them, you can trust them.
We'll see about that.
She wasn't 250. She was 180 pounds. She looked 250, but she was.
That girl was
not.
bit of 250 pounds, and she was white. And what? We don't knock anymore? I didn't know I had to. How you doing, Rhino? Good. You know, we heard that General Patton speech out there, and we figured it would only be a matter of time before you can see us.
That's what I'm talking about, Rhino.
No.
Screw this.
No,
Screw you guys.
AJ, Samoa, where you going? No. Come on, no. Come on back. I mean, think about where are you going? To your own funeral? I mean, think about it, guys. Look at the sides. Look at it. Let me give you an example. It's kind of like the New York Giants going up against the Detroit Lions. And you guys are the Lions. It's a massacre. It's a joke. So you want to go? By all means, all 3 of you, go. But don't let the door hit you in the... No. You know what? Come here, guys. What? Come here. Good. Come here. AJ, Joe. This is ridiculous. I can't even believe that you're speaking up for these guys.
I only know I ain't speaking up for you guys.
You know what? Listen, these guys are in the same spot we were 13 years ago.
Are you for real?
Yeah. You know, the thing is we fought together. We bled in that ring. How I made you bleed, and you made me bleed.
That's right.
You know, Bubba, quit with this tough guy act.
This is not an act, Rhino. You know what you're getting with us.
Yeah, the thing is we helped build the company. We fought because we had passion for something we believed in. Everybody looked down on us, people laughed at us, but we never gave up. I know you, and I know you better than you think I know you. You're just like me, a blue-collared kind of guy. The question is, do you have another fight left in you?
was deep, Rhino. You should win an Academy Award. Have you been watching my old ECW promos?
You popped me on that one. That was good.
You want our help? What's in it for us?
Listen, there's nothing in it for you. There's nothing in it at all for you. You know what's in it for you? For once in your lives, why don't you do what's right? We'll expect your answer by the end of the night.
What the hell you talking about expect?
You ain't nothing. Then 2 hours.
This is exactly what the Mafia is talking about. No respect. Zero.
Yvonne, Brother Ray, this is the Main Event Mafia. What this is a family. We live for each other and we die for each other.
A family?
Yes, a family.
Yo, no offense, but none of you guys look much alike. And the last I heard, in this business, it's every man for himself.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Not in the Main Event Mafia, Not only do we get the respect that we deserve, but the respect that we demand. I mean, come on. You guys gone around with these little punks. The Motor City Machine Guns, how they disrespected you. Come on, you guys need to be with us.
They were disrespectful. You have a point.
Wait a minute. What do you mean we need to be with you? We need you? Where were you guys when they established their front line? Where were you? Yeah, nowhere to be found. Where were you weeks ago, Kurt?
Listen. What we were doing, we were saving the best for last.
Oh, my God.
You guys are the best.
Oh, my... As if you couldn't blow any more smoke up our...
Oh, really, I mean it. The Main Event Mafia is the future of TNA, which means it's the future of our livelihood and your livelihood. Now, I want you guys to think about it, okay? But don't wait too long.
When you guys make your decision, put these on to make it official. They're tailored husky. They should fit.
Really seen Rhino step up to the plate. Is the War Machine the person who can unify and bring solidarity to the TNA Originals?
I think so. I mean, we're talking about the Main Event Mafia and how their credentials, you can't deny them. What about Rhino? He's won World Heavyweight title. He's the guy that I think could help lead us in the right direction. And maybe get some guys who were questionable, to say the least, to see the light, I guess you could say. That's a hard question.
Let's talk about dissension within the ranks of the TNA Originals. And Sting has said it on a couple of occasions. He said, not only do you not respect the Main Event Mafia, but you don't respect each other. And what I've seen, AJ, with you, Samoa Joe, and the Motor City Machine Guns, you know what? He might have a point.
TNA Originals, we're a work in progress. We make mistakes, and we learn from them, and we're going to grow from them.
Sting has recently made some comments that really struck a nerve with you. Comments to the effect of you being kicked out of your house at the age of 15 by your father, and this is your opportunity to tell the world what the true story is.
I didn't get thrown out of my house. You see, what happened was my dad come home drunk, wanting to fight, just like always, the same thing. And my mom couldn't take it anymore, so she comes in the living room and gives us our lunch money and then leaves as my dad follows her out. I heard a little scuffle, and then bam! My brothers and I run out to see what was happening, and he had threw my mom up against the house and knocked her out. I turned around and I knocked him out. Right then and there, right in front of my brothers, and my mom was passed out right beside him because I knocked his freaking block off. I tried to... See, I knew my dad loved me. But you want to talk about respect? I got mine that night. That's why I left. I had to make sure that my family was going to be taken care of, that my brothers weren't going to get touched anymore. Dysfunctional? Yeah, it was. But I could see that my brothers knew that something great had happened. Not in a disrespectful way, but something that was about to end. Something that was over. And something that we never have to go through again. That's the story. I didn't get thrown out of my house at 15. I had to leave.
We just heard a very revealing interview where AJ Styles spoke for the first time about what happened to him when he was just a 15-year-old boy. How do you feel now that you know the truth?
I don't know. How would you feel, Lauren? You know what? I want to believe what AJ is saying. I really do. But there's a whole lot that doesn't really match up for me. It's a tough pill for me to swallow right now. So I just don't know.
Oh, come on, man. That guy's so full of You got to be kidding me. You know, let me get this right. So his dad knuckled him a couple of times. I mean, really? I mean, he's a spoiled little brat. I guarantee you he had it coming. These guys, they take no responsibility for anything that happened in their life. I'm just saying.
What if he's right, Kevin?
What if? Come on, man. One lies, the other one swears to it. Our code is honor. There's this Anyway, we got more important things. We got 2 new members tonight to welcome to the Main Event Mafia. Let's go take care of that. Screw these kids, man.
Here they come, AJ Styles, the War Machine Rhino, Samoa Joe. They're headed to the impact zone. Whose side will Team 3D choose? Will it be the front line or the Main Event Mafia? Well, the moment of truth has finally arrived. At the outset of tonight's Impact broadcast, Rhino tried to convince the members of the TNA frontline that he had 2 guys that can play up to the level of the Main Event Mafia. 2 guys that are schooled in beating them at their own game, and we're talking about Team 3D. After AJ Styles and Samoa Joe were finally convinced that Brother Ray and Brother Devon could be trusted, they issued a deadline. Team 3D, it's time to give your answer to the front line.
Brother Devon, Brother Ray, time's up. It's time to make your decision. Whose side will you choose? We don't have all night.
Well, we anticipated the arrival and we anticipated the answer from Team 3D, but instead we get the appearance of the only all-world champion faction in professional wrestling history. Don, earlier we saw how the Main Event Mafia joined in what I'm going to call the recruitment of Team 3D. Here comes Kurt Angle. Here comes the Main Event Mafia on their way to the ring to confront the TNA frontline.
I mean, they're impressive coming down. Even Charmel looks like something right out of a James Bond film. But they saw what Team 3D could bring to them. They knew how strong the front line could become. And they made the offer for Team 3D. You know, last week, Team 3D's wondering why nobody wants them. Today, everybody's vying for their services.
We stepped up to the plate. We're going to stand right by your side, right by the front line side. But what you guys got to do this week is you got to man up and stand up for yourself. Yeah. The Mafia represents everything you don't want to be. You don't want to be like those guys. Guys that try to hold guys like you guys down. You represent progress. That's why they're afraid of you. Trust me, you are the new generation. You guys got to do it for yourselves. You got to do it for the business. But most of all, you got to do it for the people who pay our checks.
That's right.
We got to do it for the fans. Tonight, the new revolution begins. Let's go,
week on Impact, the greatest collection of world champions ever assembled in one faction, the Main Event Mafia, thought they had acquired the services of Team 3D, the most decorated tag team in wrestling history. But just when we anticipated the Mafia morphing into the Magnificent Seven, Brother Ray and Brother Devon swerved all of us as Team 3D joined the TNA frontline, adding both experience and muscle. This Sunday at Final Resolution, the Main Event Mafia is risking both Sting's World Heavyweight Championship and their leader, Kurt Angle's TNA career.
You know, Brother Ray, Brother Devon, I don't give out compliments very often, but I've got to say, you got over on us. You duped the Main Event Mafia. For some reason, you guys decided not to join us. You decided to join the front line. You know, Ray, you and I have a lot in common. We're both arrogant. Pretty much. And we're pretty much just worried about ourselves. I mean, we'll do anything to get the job done. I mean, we'll lie our off now, won't we? So let's just take what happened last week, brush it aside as a small mistake on your behalf, and myself and my family will give you 60 seconds to come down and join us. After that, consider your death certificate signed.
Well, over the past 7 days, you had to wonder if 3D had any second thoughts about both joining the TNA frontline and also turning their backs on the powerful Main Event Mafia. But after hearing from 3D at the outset of tonight's Impact, I don't think they've reconsidered.
First things first, allow me to introduce you to AJ Styles and Samoa Joe's tag team partners at Final Resolution. Team 3D. You know something, Kevin? You're right. We are arrogant. And we are bad guys. But not when it comes to doing the right thing. And standing side by side with the front line was the right thing to do. Those young guys represent everything that is right about the wrestling business. You five represent everything that is wrong with the wrestling business. You have stole from every single company you ever worked for. No. Let me take that back. You raped every single company you ever worked for. Me and my brother Devon hope that we never turn into egomaniac like guys like you. You broke the code. You know the code I'm talking about. You broke the code of the boys. The guys that go out there every single night and bust their for these fans. And if guys like you stay in power, there will be no more TNA. And I'll be damned that me, Devon, and the front line don't take every single one of you out. If you don't know the boys that I'm talking about, let me show you the boys I'm talking about. Hey, boys! Hey, front line! Where you at?
On a night when
when Team 3D says the new revolution begins. Here come the members of the TNA Frontline, led by Rhino, into the Impact Zone.
And they're going into the Impact crowd as they're celebrating with the people. There's the War Machine, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe. They're feeling it tonight.
This is real cute, Brother Ray. Why don't you shut your mouth? Kurt, I'm sick and tired of listening to that crap come out of your mouth time and time again. See, at Final Resolution, it will be the end of Kurt Angle in TNA. Listen to me. You are one gore from the unemployment line. And if you don't think I'm serious, just watch what I do to Sting here tonight. See, Sting, we never had a problem until you decided to join the Main Event Mafia. You, Sting, should be standing next to my side, fighting our fight, the front lines fight, the people's fight. And you will realize you made the wrong choice when I'm kicking the living crap out of you here tonight in that ring. And when you realize that, it'll be way too late. Tonight, we kick the Main Event Mafia's.
What a change we've seen in the TNA Frontline in the last few weeks. Think about what the War Machine brought. Now Team 3D, it's a whole new attitude.
3D said Frontline, we'll stand by your side if you man up and stand up for yourself, and that's exactly what they've done. To JB and Lauren, standing by with the beautiful people. And would have given the front line all that momentum, headed into Final Resolution. Look out, referee Hebner distracted by Charnel. Booker misses with the axe kick, and now the rear naked choke applied by Samoa Joe.
And he's just got it held in there for dear life, and Booker T's already tapping. He's got it in so tight, Booker T's tagging, but the referee distracted, and here come the beautiful people, and they're spraying stuff in Joe's face.
Angelina and Velvet totally blinding Samoa Joe. He can't see where he's at right now, even though Booker T just tapped out.
He is just blinded. He's in pain, trying to find Booker T, but there's the axe kick right in the back of the head. Is it enough? 1, 2, yes it is.
Here is your winner and still TNA Legends Champion, Booker T.
Booker's deal with the beautiful people pays immediate dividends. He retains the Legends Championship. Boy, we get that close-up look of those T-shirts. I've got to ask the question to the beautiful people. Do you really think that the Governor Palin, is going to be here tonight on Impact? I know the Main Event Mafia. They're in the middle of a celebration. Let's send it to JB in the Mafia locker room.
Yeah, you see that? You see that? Booker T got it going tonight. It starts tonight, and it's going to end at Final Resolution. Sting, I give you my own personal guarantee, and all of us as a family give us your guarantee that at Final Resolution, at the 8-man tag, we're going to fight for that world title like it was our own and beat those young punks. Bubba Ray, Brother Devon, Team 3D, whatever you call yourself, don't talk about us like you've been on par with us your whole career, because you haven't been the place we've been, and you haven't done the things we've done. You're just a bunch of fat because we don't have enough Twinkies and donuts in our locker room. You got to join the front line? Well, join the front line, because we'll kick your too. Come on, let's go.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow.
You ready, Scotty?
Kurt, any thoughts?
Yeah, I have something to say. First, I'm going to tell it to Mick Foley, and then I'm going to go out there. I'm going to say it to everybody in the world right in front of Jeff Jarrett.
Joe, I know this is a really difficult time for you. I mean, you just fought a war out there, and you got screwed by the beautiful...
Yo, Lauren, stop with the consoling. What are you going to do? You're going to sit there with your head down, with a towel over your head, sulking about a loss? Hey, I'm talking to you. Don't bow up. Remember, we're on your side. What? You lost a match. What's big deal? It's not about winning and losing the battle. It's about winning and losing the war.
just like we talked about earlier tonight. We're at war with the main event mafia. We've been at war with guys like this before. Big deal. You lost a match. What, are you going to win every single match you've ever been in? What pro wrestler has ever won every match? What? Let me ask you this. How many times has Ric Flair been world champion? How many? We all know the answer, Joe. Come on, how many?
16.
You know what that means? He lost it 15 times. Watch this. How many times have we been world tag team champions? I've said it enough over the past 3 years. How many times?
20 times.
20 times. That means we lost it 19. The difference is we come back swinging. We come back even hungrier. You are frickin' Samoa Joe. You are the future of the business. And you might be the last of the old school, legit son of a that we ever met. Forget about the loss to Booker. No big deal. Main event mafia time. Time to man up. Time to go to war. Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Team 3D, and the rest of the front line. Brother, we're on your side, and we know you're on our side. Come on, snap out of it. We got it, baby. Come on. Come on.
I'm here in the Main Event Mafia locker room with the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, the Icon Sting. Sting, there has to be a lot going through your mind right now. Certainly last week it seemed like you were a little taken back, a little surprised when you heard AJ Styles tell the story about why he was thrown out of the house by his father at the age of 15. And if that's not enough, this Sunday at Final Resolution, your World Heavyweight Championship is on the line in an 8-man tag team matchup, a match you really don't have a lot of control over. And if that wasn't enough, tonight, you versus the War Machine Rhino non-title match. A lot going on right now, Sting.
Yep, JB, I do have a lot going on in my life right now. A lot that I didn't expect. But that's why I have gone as far out on the limb that I have gone out on. And then this thing with AJ and his dad. Yeah.
What about Final Resolution? What about tonight?
What about Final Resolution? What about tonight? Well, I can tell you at Final Resolution, you're going to see a family, JB. You're going to see how a family functions. I'm going to be in the ring with guys that I've known, some of them for 20 years or more. I'm going to be in the ring with guys I can trust. And as for Rhino, until tonight, I've never really had a problem with him. I'm still trying to figure out how he got figured into this thing. But for tonight, I know what I got to do is go and do what I know how to do, and that's wrestle. I don't care if it's AJ Styles. I don't care if it's Samoa Joe, even Rhino. Nothing is going to stop me from finishing what I know needs to be finished.
Happens this Sunday at Final Resolution. These four gentlemen set to do war against the members of the Main Event Mafia. And if you are victorious this Sunday, AJ Styles becomes the new TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Yeah. But in order for that to happen, gentlemen, the four of you must function as one unit. Brother Ray, are you prepared to do just that?
Borash, over the past 2 weeks, the people have heard enough from me and my brother Devon. AJ, tell the Mafia what we got in store for them.
I'd be glad to. But first, let me say this. Since I met Samoa Joe, we've been like brothers. Through thick and thin, good and bad, been like brothers. In fact, it's always been me, Samoa Joe, and Christopher Daniels, like a family. Nothing I wouldn't do for them, nothing they wouldn't do for me. But never in a million years would I think that we'd be on the same side as Team 3D. 20-time World Tag Team Champions. This isn't about respect. In fact, doing the right thing, that'll get you respect like Team 3D did. Doing the right thing is how you become a legend, an icon. Sting, you don't want to pass the torch? That's fine. We'll take it from you. And this Sunday at Final Resolution, I will walk out World Heavyweight Champion, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
All right. Samoa Joe, your thoughts?
JB.
Rhino starts to turn it around, get the momentum on his side. Sting goes shortcut, the rake of the eyes, and here comes Rhino again. Here comes another comeback effort off the series of right hands. The quick reversal, War Machine to the ropes, clothesline. He just exploded right into the lariat.
I mean, he just busted him with a shoulder, but can he get up? Does he have enough left in him? Look at his eyes. They're just glazed over. And here comes the Olympic gold medalist. Out here to taunt him. Out here to cheer Sting on. And you can see him slapping that mat, telling Sting to get up.
Sting being cheered on by the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle from ringside. A dazed Rhino looking around, trying to clear the cobwebs, and now to counter Kurt Angle, here comes AJ Styles from the front line.
And think about what he's got at stake this Sunday in Final Resolution. If him and Samoa Joe and T3D win the match in any way, he becomes TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
Again, Sting rakes the eyes, gonna try and shoot Rhino off, but he gets overpowered, and then the shoulder block in the corner.
You can just hear the air go out, and Rhino comes over and gives Kurt Angle one for good measure. As Sting still doubled over in the ring, but he's got enough for the clothesline.
Distraction of Angle enables Sting to not only hit the clothesline, but to roll him over in the Scorpion.
Kurt Angle doesn't realize it, but his argument with the referee is hurting Sting, and AJ Styles comes over and gives Kurt a crack in the face, and there's the door!
Here's the 1, 2, 3, and Rhino's in it!
Here is your winner, the War Machine, Rhino!
Think of everything that's at stake for the main event Mafia this Sunday at Final Resolution. Not only could Sting find himself without the TNA World's title and all the power and leverage that goes with it, but how would the Mafia react if they find themselves without their leader, Kurt Angle? Final Resolution could be the most important night ever for the future of TNA.